here we are. I want to bring on Phil Roireau. Phil has run a Shopify store up to $10 million in annual revenue, so he knows the problems facing scaling e-commerce teams. He's a pure entrepreneur at heart. I loved working with him when I was in-house at Gorgeous. He currently leads biz development and partnerships at Gorgeous. He's an amazing guy, and I have a feeling he's about to drop some serious knowledge bombs on sales from a customer service standpoint. Is that right, Phil?
That's right. Thank you so much, Derek, for having me this morning. And I hope that all of your days are starting in a stellar fashion. And yes, thanks to also Brex. I'm repping a little bit here with my two Brex cards and the other also sponsors and supporters that are helping put this event together. As always, it's a pleasure to be here. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about how to transform customer support from a cost center to something that generates profit for your business. And at any time, if you have questions, please leave them in the chat. We'll be happy to reply to them right after the presentation and between the split with the other speakers. And yeah, I don't want to make you wait any longer. So let's jump right into some real actionable and tactical content that you can put in place in your store right now. So here we're really talking about concepts that you can apply in order to make your operations much more efficient. So I guess everybody sees my screen now. Is that all right?
Looking good. You're not full screen yet. But that's okay.
Yeah. We're going. All right.
Looks good.
Super. So what drives customer expectations today? That's right. Amazon, who is representing 50% of US e-commerce, really drives and dictates how customers are expecting all brands to behave online and the type of experience that brands should be giving their customers. So today, if you're not aspiring to provide this type of customer experience, it's going to be really hard to become competitive in the long term. But does Amazon really care about you as a vendor? I guess this is where it really starts to hurt. So as you see here on screen, Amazon is completely hijacking a paid ad placement for a brand with its own cheaper private label brand. So Amazon itself is not a very viable option if you're thinking about scaling your brand online, because they will always be there threatening your brand with their own private label. So what is your weapon against that, and your weapon in building a long-lasting e-commerce business? Well, it really comes to building your own brand. But how do you build your brand? Really, a brand, what we've distilled it down to is customer experience plus the story that you're developing around it. And again, customer experience can be split in three major components. First, the product quality and the packaging, the design that you're shipping to your customers. Then the operations and the logistics. So how fast can your customer expect their package? What are your return policy and your exchange policies? And finally, your customer service. Those are core elements to building a sustainable brand on Shopify in 2019. 79% of online shoppers said they would take their business to a competitor within a week for experiencing poor customer service. So really, you don't have many chances at giving a great impression to your customers. One screw up and they might never come back. But a lot of the CEOs out there, and I hear that every day, don't think that customer service is sexy because it's only perceived as a cost center and it reduces profit. Because the only way to scale it is by adding more agents and by paying for more expensive consultant to come in and help build your processes. But what if it was possible to transform customer service from a cost center to a profit generator? That's what we're going to be talking about right now. And we have a three-step process to allow you to do just that. So customer service in 2019 for us is really about, first, optimizing your support function. Second, to open new communication channels, you need to be everywhere where your customers are. SMS is huge. So I know we have SMS Bob talking later, and I've seen John from Retention Rocket also in the audience. There are great tools out there that are doing amazing things, so make sure to check them out. And finally, it's about monetizing customer interactions. So we're going to go right into this and dissect those three concepts. So let's start by optimizing customer support. This is what most customer support team look and feel right now. If you look into your processes and how your VAs or your customer support agents are working and the workflows that they have in place, I bet that they will tell you it's not very efficient and they feel they're doing the same thing over and over again. But if we take a step back and we look at the data, we understand that there's a lot of opportunity to optimize support. First, 25% of all tickets are solved with only one message. So that means that you send one reply, and if it's the right reply, 25% of tickets won't reopen. And then the type of tickets that are coming in on the most frequently are, first, where's my order or the order status, 35%, and then return and exchange of your tickets that are only on two topics, and you can close 25% of them with only one message if it's the right message. So you want to make sure that you're using Shopify or any help desk the help desk that you're using. You want to make sure that it has either Shopify data points that can be included in your
Hey Phil, really quick.
That can be, yeah.
You're breaking up a little for me. You want to just turn off your video? I think that might help with the streaming. Typical internet problems, no big deal though. It's just a little bit choppy.
All right, let me try this again. All right, is that a little bit better?
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you.
So yeah, you want to make sure that you can input in your canned response Shopify data points or your CMS data points in order to avoid doing tons of copy pasting. If you're able to do that, that will save you countless number of hours every week by not having to shuffle in different windows and copy paste all the data from your backend into your help desk or into your Gmail. But this is where the magic really starts to happen, is when you set autoresponders that provide your customers with their exact data points. So here, if we look what's going on the screen here, is that you have a client that is asking about where is my order. So we've seen that is 35% of all inquiries. And then you have a rule that will provide automatically with your clients with their order data here if their Shopify order is less than 10 days old. So effectively, anytime that somebody contacts you and that they are still within your normal shipping or delivery SLAs or promised delivery time, you can reply automatically without having an agent look at the ticket to the client with his own data. That's extremely powerful and will save tons of hours of work every week. Second, you gotta be everywhere where your customers are. Your customers are on Instagram, they're on SMS, WhatsApp, on Messenger. If you're not talking to them there, you're probably leaving a lot of money on the table. So right now what we've seen is that email answered, all the tickets that are answered from agents to customers are represented on this chart. So 74% of all inquiries are responded by email, 12% by chat, close to 7% by Facebook Messenger, and 6% on Facebook. This is where customer service agents are actually replying to messages. But the truth is, if you look at the sum of all messages that your customers are sending to your brand, it's disproportionately higher on Facebook Messenger, and on Instagram here, that is a bleep on this chart. So what does it mean is that your clients are talking to you on, or are interacting with your Instagram ads, your Instagram posts, your Facebook posts, and Facebook ads, but your service team is only replying to them by email. This is a big opportunity. And this is what the opportunity actually looks like. So if you're running ads on Facebook, I beg you to go check your Facebook Ads Manager right now and look at the type of interactions that people are having on your ads. Look at this post here. People are saying like, I need this. They're tagging their friends, and again, reinforcing the message that they need this product. Let's all, like the last one here, I love it at the bottom. Let's all get these. And then the other friend is like, yes. Okay, that's great. So your audience is engaging like crazy on your ads. But where's your customer support? All these people are ready to buy right now. They're super engaged. But you don't have anybody on your team that is actually taking the time to go reply to them and making sure that they are at least visiting your website and have an incentive to purchase from you. This is a huge opportunity that most Shopify stores is leaving on the table right now. So now let's talk for a moment about Facebook Messenger. And please put in the comment sections in the chat if you're using any Facebook chatbot like a ManyChat, an Octane AI, Shop Message, or something of the sort, or Recart. Let us know in the chat right now if you're using that. So what happened here is like you'll have a chatbot, and it's asking questions to your potential prospects or your audience and so on. It's great. Then people are clicking here. These are all preset messages. But what if the person actually starts typing a message here and is asking a genuine question? Do you have a customer service agent that is ready to answer them and to help your clients purchase? Or is it too cluttered because you can't filter out what is a bot message to what is an actual client inquiry? I would really deep dive in your Messenger practice. And if you feel that you're every time you're doing a Messenger blast, your service team is overwhelmed, well, we should definitely chat. Gorgias can use the Facebook handover protocol, so it doesn't take into account any but reply and only pulls to the surface to your service team what is actually hand typed by your customers. And finally, SMS. SMS is the hottest channel of 2019. It's easier than ever to do very advanced workflows, such as abandoned cart, through SMS. So everybody that goes onto your website, adds an item, and then go process to checkout, can now receive an SMS by only adding their phone number in the checkout. That's extremely powerful, and the ROI that we've seen on SMS is off the chart. There is a handful of great solutions out there that can deliver next level SMS experience, and they'll help you increase the ROI and your conversion rate on your website. So I highly suggest that you go research that today if you haven't implemented it already. And I would also really appreciate to hear in the comment section if you've already tested SMS and what's your feedback on that channel. Finally, monetizing customer interactions. This is extremely powerful. So we've seen this example here where we had like people commenting, I want one, you know, I love this product, and so on. So what actually happens when your customer service team is on top of it and provide your clients with an incentive to purchase or to visit the website? So what we've seen by running a few case studies with some like very big stores is that by running a message that will incentivize with a 4-letter discount code, such as this one here, on a positive interaction on your ads, you know, this company here that uses this discount code was able to drive an increase in sales equivalent to 5% of their ad spend. So PL10 that is only used on Facebook ads drove 5% of their ad spend and increased revenue. That was extremely powerful test. And this was possible because the agents were replying in a super timely manner to positive interactions on their Facebook ads. Also, it starts to feel like chat is getting old, but it doesn't have to be. So if you're on top of your game, so if you have automated your customer support and opened a new channel, you can start playing with chat. And here we're looking at a little website sequence where somebody is visiting the homepage first and is getting a welcome message. Hey, welcome to our store. Check out our new models, you know, with a GIF image that is funny. And then when you hit the collection or the product page, you can have a more focused messaging that is like, hey, I see you're looking at this product. Oh, use this code, or like we have a new arrival, use this, or check this new model. And let me know if you have any specific question about sizing or the specs of what you're looking at. So really specific objection buster here. If you're selling a bicycle, you might want to be asked a question about the specs of the bike. If you're selling leggings, you might want to be asked a question about the sizing of that legging, because these are the main hurdles for people to purchasing your product online. And finally, if they're hitting the cart page, you can really, again, acknowledge what they're about to purchase, give them one more incentive if they spent too much time on your cart page, for example, to complete their purchase. And again, if they are not completely satisfied, you can ask if they need help one more time to find what they're looking for. And why is that? Why is building a chat sequence so powerful? It's because now we can track how much pre-sale inquiries are actually converting into sales. And in any case, we see that somebody that interacts on chat will always be more likely and will always purchase more than somebody who didn't have a conversation with an agent before purchasing. And that's very similar to walking in stores. So imagine you have a retail location. Somebody is walking in your store. You're greeting them, but not like overly salesy, just like, welcome to my mom and pop shop. Then you see them looking at a certain pair of jeans and like, hey, this pair of jeans has this feature. You know, we have also a little sale on this collection here. You know, let me know if you need help with anything. And finally, when they're hitting the cashier, you're giving them like, oh yeah, by the way, you know, we have this promo going on, and so on. So what we've noticed is that like chat conversations are that are driven by chat campaigns are converting extremely higher than your normal website conversion rate. So here we see in this example that this website converts those chat interactions at 11% conversion rate. What is your conversion rate on your store today? I can almost guarantee you that it's not 11%. So just as a little recap here of what does a great customer experience process looks like for us in 2019. First, we have to optimize the current processes. How do people reply to the most frequent questions? And really release a little bit of pressure on the overhead of your customer support team. Then we need to go communicate with the clients everywhere where they are and open up new communication channels, such as Messenger and SMS and Instagram ads. You need to be there to talk to them. And finally, you need to put in place strategies to monetize your customer interactions on Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and chat specifically. Those are really channels that are worth it for you to spend your time on. So yeah, that's it for me today. You can find all my information right here. Don't hesitate to send me an email if you have any question at phil@gorgeous.io, or you feel free as well to start the trial at gorgeous.io, and we'll be happy to help you guys get all set up. If you have any questions, I'm going to hang around for the next half hour, so please drop them in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to reply to you guys. Thanks so much. I'm passing it over to you, Derek.
Perfect.